2 days ago, Governor Cuomo seemed to dash any hope that recreational marijuana would be legalized in New York State this legislative session.
I think when the Senate says we don't have the votes, I take them at the word. And when they say, if the Assembly passes it first, which they probably never would, and if the governor did a full-throated campaign, then maybe I could pass it. You know, they're telling you something.
Despite only 8 days left in the session, Emily Burkhart says the issue is still very much alive at the state capitol.
Just last week, new versions of the Assembly and Senate bills were put out. They are both still in committee, though, but people here today saying this would not be the first time Governor Cuomo has gotten a bill passed just before the end of the session. And if he decides this is something he wants this year, he absolutely could do so.
This is an addictive drug and chemical that is dangerous for our children.
When they talk about protecting communities, they're not talking about these communities.
Tensions over legalizing recreational marijuana use continued at the Capitol Wednesday. Safety and social justice were two of the biggest factors discussed. People with smart approaches to marijuana, or SAM, say states like Colorado have seen fatal crashes involving marijuana impairment and accidental poisonings in children increase since recreational use was legalized. Those for legalizing recreational pot say it would prevent custody, housing, and employment issues, especially in minority communities where marijuana convictions are 3 times more common.
There are people serving ridiculous sentences for nominal clips, small little amounts. That's right. And this can't happen.
The Assembly, the Senate, and the governor's office need to sit down again and start working these things out so that we can move forward.
Though Governor Cuomo has said he doesn't believe there is enough support in the Senate to get it passed this session, not everyone is convinced.
We all know when Governor Cuomo wants to make something happen, he can make it happen. That's right.
A very similar situation unfolded back in 2014 when lawmakers were looking at legalizing medicinal marijuana right at the end of the session. That did pass before the deadline, and people here today say that's proof it could happen again with recreational use. Stay tuned to News Channel 13 for the latest. Reporting in Albany, Emily Burkhart, News Channel 13.